Many consider Erling Haaland to be one of the deadliest strikers in modern football. I mean, to be fair, guys, he does score a lot of goals. But Erling Haaland also has some critics as well. Some believe that Erling Haaland is a tap-in merchant, and the only reason he actually scores a lot of goals at Manchester City is because of the players that he's surrounded with and the service that he gets. So today, Erling Haaland will play one full season for some of the biggest clubs in the Premier League aside from Manchester City: Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, Newcastle United, Aston Villa, yes, and he will even play for Bournemouth. Can Erling Haaland raise a club to glory, win some Premier League titles, some FA Cups, some Carabao Cups, or maybe just qualify a club for European football? Alright, so the first club Erling Haaland is playing one full season at is, of course, the current club he plays at. It is Manchester City. Let's go to the end of the season, see how Manchester City does, and see how many goals Erling Haaland scores. The Premier League season with Haaland playing for Manchester City is over, guys. Did they win the Premier League? No, they did not. It was Aston Villa with Unai Emery that won the Prem on 82 points. Man City with Erling Haaland, they did finish in second. And Haaland didn't win the FA Cup either. It went to Manchester United 1-0 over League One Birmingham. But Haaland did manage to win the Carabao Cup over Aston Villa on penalties. And the Champions League, Manchester City came out empty-handed once again. It was Arsenal that won the Champions League 4-3 over Barca. So Erling Haaland in his one season with Manchester City won a total of one single trophy. Now, how many goals did Erling Haaland score? Well, the Golden Boot, he didn't win it. It went to a Premier League winner. It went to Ollie Watkins with 25 goals, and Erling Haaland, he came in 7th. He had 17 goals total. Quite disappointing season for Erling Haaland with Manchester City. I'm hoping he can do a little bit better with the remaining clubs. Haaland is off to club number 2, one full season in the Premier League, but this time around he's playing with Mo Salah at Liverpool. The Premier League season with Erling Haaland playing for Liverpool is over. Was Liverpool able to win the league? No, it was Aston Villa once again on goal difference. Yes, Liverpool finished in second place on the same amount of points. And they didn't win the FA Cup either. It went to Arsenal over Manchester United. While City without Erling Haaland actually won the Carabao Cup 2-0 over Newcastle. And the Champions League had the most surprising winner. It was Sporting with Victor Gyökeres 4-2 on penalties over PSG. So a total of 0 trophies for Erling Haaland playing with Liverpool. But hold on a second, guys. Erling Haaland did win the Golden Boot with Liverpool. 32 goals in 38 appearances. That's much better. Off to club number 3 we go, and Erling Haaland is going to play for a club that's actually having a very impressive current Premier League season. It is Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood's been scoring a lot of goals for Forest. Well, hey, they just got an upgrade. It's Erling Haaland. So this should be interesting. The Premier League season with Haaland playing for Forest is over. You can't expect them to win the league, and they didn't win the league. It went to Arsenal, Liverpool in second. Manchester City rounded off the top 3. Where are Nottingham Forest? They finished in 9th. 16, 10, and 12. 57 goals scored on 58 points. I would say that's a successful season. They did not manage to win the FA Cup. It went to Liverpool over Derby County. And Liverpool did the double. They won the Carabao Cup as well. 4-3 over Newcastle. Forest actually got eliminated in the quarterfinals 1-0 to Everton. Forest was obviously not in any European competitions, no Champions League, no Europa League, and no Conference League. That means Haaland won a total of 0 trophies with Nottingham Forest, but achieved a pretty high Premier League finish. But how many goals did Erling Haaland manage to score playing for Nottingham Forest? Phil Foden won the Golden Boot with 24 goals in 38 appearances. Erling Haaland, where are you? There you are in 9th place, 16 goals in 38 matches. I'm not sure if that's good enough. I probably expected a lot more. But hey, it was only one season, and Forest did manage to finish pretty high up the Premier League table. So was this season a success? Off to Premier League club number 4 from Forest. Erling Haaland is going to play for the Blues. He's going to play for Chelsea. There's a lot of opportunities for Haaland to win some trophies with Chelsea, including the Conference League. Let's see if he can do it. Let's see if Erling Haaland was able to bring Chelsea some silverware. We're going to start in the Premier League. Chelsea finished in 4th place. An impressive finish, I would say. Arsenal in 1st, City in 2nd, Liverpool in 3rd, Chelsea 11 points back. Man City without Erling Haaland didn't win the Prem, but they did manage to win the FA Cup. And we're having some very random cup winners. It's Wolves that won the Carabao Cup 1-0 over Manchester United. So once again, Haaland with Chelsea, 0 trophies in England. But here we go. Erling Haaland does win the Conference League with Chelsea 4-3 in a thriller. And to top it off, he won the Golden Boot in England, although he went trophyless. He scored 27 goals in 38 matches for Chelsea. I think he had quite a good season. From playing a season with Chelsea, Erling Haaland is now going to play a season with Arsenal. Yes, the Gunners with Odegaard and Saka and Trossard and Gabby Martinelli. Can Erling Haaland finally bring a Champions League trophy to Arsenal? Imagine if Erling Haaland played for Arsenal. Well, the season is completed where he does play for Arsenal, and ironically, it was Manchester City that won the league. Without Erling Haaland, Arsenal finished in third, tied for second on points, but behind on goal difference. Liverpool was in second place. But Erling Haaland and Arsenal did manage to win the FA Cup, guys, 2-1 over Spurs. But then Manchester City went and did the double. They won the Carabao Cup 4-3 on pens over Liverpool. So what about the almighty Champions League? Was Arsenal with Haaland able to win it? No, they could not. Barca 1-0 over Bayer Leverkusen in the final. Arsenal actually lost in the round of 16 to the eventual winners in Barcelona. So Erling Haaland only won a single trophy out of a possible 4 trophies with Arsenal. But hey, once again, maybe it's no fault of his own because he won the Golden Boot in the Premier League. 25 goals in 37 matches. He did what he was supposed to do. From one club that starts with the letter A to another club that starts with the letter A and has an Arsenal former manager, Erling Haaland is going to play under Unai Emery at Aston Villa. Now, Villa has a very exciting squad, and it's going to be intriguing to see how Erling Haaland performs if he played under Unai Emery. The Premier League season with Erling Haaland playing for Aston Villa. It is over, guys. 38 matches played. An impressive finish for Aston Villa with Haaland. They didn't win the Premier League, but they did manage to come in 4th place. They only lost 6 matches, won 23 of them, and finished on 78 points. Villa with Haaland also went to the FA Cup final, but they lost it to Spurs 2-1. And they didn't make it to the Carabao Cup final whatsoever. It was Man City versus Liverpool, and Liverpool took it on the pens. Villa is in the Champions League. They didn't win the Champions League. It was Inter Milano on penalties over Real Madrid. Aston Villa got eliminated in the round of 16 by a finalist, by Real Madrid, 3-2 on aggregate. 0 total trophies for Aston Villa and Erling Haaland, and he didn't win the Golden Boot either. He finished behind his former teammate in Bernardo Silva, who scored 23, while Haaland only scored 21. Maybe if Erling Haaland didn't play for Manchester City, he wouldn't be a scoring machine after all. After playing under Unai Emery, Erling Haaland is going to play under Big Ange. He's going to play at Tottenham, guys. He's going to be that guy partnering up with Son. Can Erling Haaland win Spurs a trophy? Well, he can't win them the Premier League. 38 matches have been played. 4th place for Spurs with Erling Haaland. 18, 11, and 9. They did score a lot of goals in 70. Had a pretty decent goal difference as well, plus 29. But they're behind Newcastle, Man City, and the winner, Liverpool. Liverpool did the double as well. They beat Erling Haaland and Spurs in the FA Cup final 3-1. Liverpool actually did the treble, guys. They won everything in England. They beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup too. Spurs were in the Europa League, though. Let's not forget that. Spurs did make the final, but so did Manchester United. But Erling Haaland took Spurs to the promised land, guys. He got them a trophy. He won them the Europa League 3-0. In the Premier League, though, he really didn't have that great of a season playing for Spurs along with Heung-min Son. He only scored 17 goals in 36 appearances. Not the best. I mean, even Kulusevski had more than him. He had 20. And the eventual Golden Boot winner, it was Joselu from Manchester City. They signed him to replace Haaland, and he won the Golden Boot. But hey, at least Haaland was part of the Spurs squad that won a European title. Now, club number 8 that Erling Haaland is going to play for is a very exciting club. It is Brighton and Hove Albion. They're currently having a wonderful season in the Premier League, and they're adding Erling Haaland to the roster. Let's see what Erling Haaland could do with Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton actually had a very disappointing season in the Premier League. They finished all the way down in 13th on 45 points. It was Manchester City without Erling Haaland that won the league. They only lost 1 match, finished on 95 points. Galaxy's in front of everyone, and Manchester United finished in 2nd. The FA Cup, Brighton didn't smell it either. It went to Aston Villa 3-2 over Wolves. And Aston Villa did the double. They won the Carabao Cup as well, 2-1 over West Ham. And Erling Haaland, guys, yeah, he had the poorest season yet. 29 appearances for Brighton, 11 goals and 3 assists. That is absolutely horrendous, brother. 0 trophies for Erling Haaland with Brighton and only only 11 goals. From Brighton, Erling Haaland has taken his talent to club number 9, and it is Fulham. He's going to be playing with Emil Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi, and Bernd Leno. Haaland to Fulham, here we go. 38 matches played. Fulham, impressive. 17 wins, 14 draws, only 7 losses, tied for 6th with Aston Villa, only behind on goal difference. And actually, they finished 1 point ahead of Manchester City. Chelsea decided to win the FA Cup 2-1 over Spurs, so no trophy for Haaland once again. But he did take Fulham all the way to the Carabao Cup final. Unfortunately, he lost it to Manchester United. Obviously, no European competitions for Fulham, but man, Erling Haaland actually cooked playing for Fulham. He didn't win the Golden Boot. Surprisingly, it was Jack Grealish at Manchester City that won it with 29 goals, but Haaland came in second. He scored 25. Even though Haaland couldn't get Fulham a trophy, he did take him to a Carabao Cup final and scored a bunch of goals. This has to be one of the most impressive seasons for Erling Haaland so far. Haaland's had a wonderful season at Fulham. Now for club number 10, Haaland is going to play at Bournemouth. No more Evan Nielsen, no more Enes Unal. Haaland is the main man going forward. Was Erling Haaland able to do some damage with the Cherries? They finished in 12th place, 13, 12, and 13 on 51 points. Who won the Premier League? It was Manchester City without Erling Haaland. Arsenal in 2nd, Liverpool in 3rd, Man United in 4th, Spurs in 5th, and Everton in 6th. What? Once again, Haaland took a club to a final, the FA Cup final, but Bournemouth lost it 3-0 to Spurs. And the Carabao Cup was won by Haaland's former club, Manchester City, 3-1 over Spurs. And of course, no European competitions for Bournemouth, so 0 trophies for Haaland once again. But maybe Haaland cooked with Bournemouth, playing with Justin Kluivert and Antoine Semenyo. Justin Kluivert had 12 goals. Semenyo had 12 goals as well, but Erling Haaland only had 10. We thought Haaland's output with Brighton was bad when he only scored 11 goals, but yeah, this is worth 10 is just terrible. Off to Newcastle United, Erling Haaland goes for club number 11. No more Alexander Isak. Erling Haaland is the main man now. So how did Erling Haaland do in the Premier League playing for Newcastle? Not that great. Newcastle finished in 13th place, 10, 12, and 16, only on 42 points. Manchester United decided to win the FA Cup 2-1, and Arsenal won the Carabao Cup 3-1 over West Ham. Once again, no trophies for Erling Haaland. And guys, Erling Haaland only scored 13 goals for Newcastle United in 28 matches. And last but certainly not least, how can we forget this club? It is Manchester United. Erling Haaland is replacing Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee, and he's going to play with Bruno Fernandes and Antony. And you know what? A pretty decent finish for Erling Haaland with Manchester United. In 6th place, 16, 12, and 6. They scored 63 goals and finished on 66 points. I'd say that's a W season. Still no trophies though. It was Arsenal that won the FA Cup 2-1 over Villa. Arsenal won the Prem, Arsenal won the FA Cup, Arsenal won the Carabao Cup as well. They did the treble. Hold on just 1 second though. Manchester United is playing in the Europa League. Could Erling Haaland with Man U win it? No, it was Galatasaray 2-1 over Lazio. Man United with Haaland actually had one of the most embarrassing eliminations. They lost in the round of 16 to Dynamo Kiev. And Erling Haaland, after playing every single match in the Premier League with Manchester United, he played all 38 matches, scored only 14 goals. So how do you think Erling Haaland did playing for 12 different clubs in the Premier League? Let me know down in the comments. I thought that he was really good at Chelsea, really good at Arsenal, and superb at Fulham. But then he struggled mightily playing for Brighton, Bournemouth, Newcastle United, and even Man U. He scored a total of 228 goals playing for 12 seasons for 12 different clubs. That is an average of 19 goals per season. And he managed to win a total of 4 trophies, and one of them was with Manchester City. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. Stay happy, stay healthy. Always keep smiling. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button for me, subscribe button with a little noti bell as well. We're chasing 200,000 subscribers. We're almost there. If you have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, comment your ideas down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, 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 peace. I love you as always. Peace.